Smitty, will be seeing a pair of teams tonight who both prefer to slow the tempo and play in the half court.
Yeah, these are the team they want to execute, grind it out. Every possession counts. Not a lot of people like watching this type of basketball, but there's a lot of strategy. Memphis Grizzlies is one of those teams. They're going to grind it out and make sure you play at their tempo.
They minimize mistakes, and boy, you got to keep your focus, don't you?
Yes, you do.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Filling out the wings, it's Bazemore and Prince. Ilyasova out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Schroeder in at the 1. Dedmon's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Nowitzki a screen. Smith kicks to Noel. Six to shoot. Unloads from 13. Matthews, no good. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He told me this is a fun night trying to slow down a team that's so smart and opportunistic. He said, look, we've scouted them, but this is the first time we've actually seen them this season. So it will be interesting to see if we can disrupt their offense and slow them down just a little bit. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, guys, how hard a job is it going to be to keep this team's shooting percentage down?
It's going to be very difficult. I mean, they move the ball well. They've got players who can go off if the defense isn't solid through and through.
They must win the turnover battle. Nothing disrupts an imposing offense more than coming up with some steals.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Schroeder with the ball. Picked up by Nowitzki. Kicks to Ilyasova. Back to Schroeder. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Dennis Schroeder out of Germany, a scoring-minded point guard. We know that. Started his career backing up Jeff Teague. Last season, though, the Hawks handed Schroeder the keys.
Schroeder hits them both. And the Hawks see Schroeder as their starting point guard of the future.
And they're not the only one who likes him. A lot of other GMs picking up the phone wondering if the Hawks might be willing to include him in a trade.
Here's Barnes. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Barnes is just such a tough cover. He has the ability to play both forward positions.
He doesn't get the second one.
And Harrison Barnes, just a tremendous athlete at that small forward position. I think his strength enables him to guard up and hold his own against power forwards, and coaches love that versatility. Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
For Atlanta, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And, Greg, you look at the versatility of Barnes. He can defend, I think, 3 positions.
And that's what the league is all about now. Switching on picks, much more popular. And with an all-around solid defender like Barnes, it doesn't uncover mismatches.
Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. That puts them in the lead.
What an athlete, Dennis Schroeder. He's a problem when he's out on the break.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Now here's Barnes. And stolen by Prince. From 17 feet out. And they pick up 2.
You see how dangerous Bazemore is on defense. You can't get caught napping. He'll pick you clean.
Smith dishes to Noel. Back to Smith. Shoots from 14. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Yeah, and they're just hitting 20% of their shots. It's a rough start to this game.
Prince's shot is good.
The beauty of the teardrop. Very difficult to really contest.
Smith against Schroeder. Nowitzki sets a screen for Smith. Barnes outside. He feeds it to Nowitzki. The pass to Noel. And slam dunk by Noel.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Now, here's Schroeder. Here's Dedmon.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Bazemore, how he performed last season. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team. He turned on the Jets as soon as he got that screen and went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
Pass to Schroeder. They set the pick. Prince outside. Ilyasova a screen. Prince's shot is good. Prince has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Smith with it, now guarded by Schroeder. Here's Nowitzki, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I'll tell you what, age ain't nothing but a number when you talk about the impact of Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, with his size and shooting touch, he creates so many openings for himself and his teammates offensively.
And Nowitzki's turnaround, an unblockable shot when he's hitting. Greg, he's unguardable.
And even though he's lost a little lift in the legs, he's worked hard to kind of quicken his release. And just another tweak for a guy who's made a career of adding layers to his Hall of Fame game. Yeah, easy call.
For Atlanta, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And the first one drops. And he makes both free throws.
You know, the 7-footer Dwayne Dedmon was a late bloomer to this game. His mother didn't let him play sports early on, but when he turned 18, though, he decided he wanted to pursue basketball.
Here's Noel, back to Barnes. Nowitzki outside, over Ilyasova, and it's Nowitzki missing. And for most 7-footers, the game finds them. Coaches and scouts search out kids with special physical gifts like Dwayne Dedmon.
He's had to make up for lost time, but he made it. Last season, the most consistent playing time of his career. The Spurs coaching staff bringing him up to speed.
And here's Smith after the 3-pointer from Dennis Schroeder. Smith with it. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And when you look at Dennis Smith Jr., you aren't blown away by the physicality at first, but he's incredibly gifted for a player his size. Great speed and quickness to blow by defenders.
Two shots.
The free throw drops for Smith. And with Dennis Smith, it isn't just burst of speed, it's his play in the open floor and Greg running end to end, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, he also just jumps and finishes at the rim like a shooting guard. He's only probably 6'2", 6'3", but he gets up in the air like a wing player. He's a lot like Derrick Rose was when he burst on the scene.
Now here's Prince. Here's Collins. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
I love the effort there. Refuses to give up on that play.
Nowitzki with the screen on Schroeder. Smith kicks to Barnes. He dishes it to Noel. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Measury, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Curry's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Smith. And then for Atlanta, Bellinelli comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Malcolm Delaney in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Delaney. The Mavericks making the shot. And Bellinelli kicks to Delaney. Another 3 for Atlanta. Now here's Curry. Pass to Barea. Passes it to Mejri. Now here's Barea. He's guarded closely. That one goes. Count it. Mejri's got his first 2 points.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Launches it. Another three for Atlanta.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast or do they go right for the juggler?
Mavericks trail by 10. And the pass to Finney Smith. There's the screen. That's a 2 from Barnes. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Silky smooth J from Barnes. The defense was on him, but he just uses his picture-perfect form and outstanding reach to get the job done.
Now here's Prince. Delaney, the pass to Collins. Here's Delaney, guarded by Barea. Here's Muscala, lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Hawks lead by 10.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Barea dishes to Barnes. That one doesn't go. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And of course, this is the first they're seeing of Dallas.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. And he converts the layup. Barnes has got his third bucket of the night. Here's Delaney. He's got 6. He kicks to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And that one's good. Delaney.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now here's Barea. Not a lot of room. Atlanta with the rebound.
I appreciate the attack mindset, but with the defense tracking him down, it was probably better to kick that one out.
Prince misses. Mavericks trail by 10. Here's Curry. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Curry's got his second basket.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
And the Hawks going young on the perimeter, hunting out promising 3-and-D wing.
Kevin, you see the success that teams like the Warriors have had with their length and versatility on the perimeter. Clearly, the Hawks are trying to go in that direction.
4 on the shot clock. They grab their own miss. That one falls. Collins has got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Finney Smith kicks to Mejri. Nobody near Barnes. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
He smiles on these catch and shoot opportunities. Barnes very comfortable as a secondary scorer.
Pass to Delaney. Prince outside. Back to Delaney from deep. Barnes grabs the miss.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Barea, the pass to Barnes. Over Collins. Barnes can't get it to go.
Tough miss. He found some space inside the arc, but he couldn't deliver.
Here's Delaney. 8 points for him. Back to Bellinelli. Shoots. Jump shot is good that time. Bellinelli's got his first points of the night.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
So it's Atlanta now. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. And so in the game for the Hawks. Prince out there with Collins. Then there's Bellinelli. Then it's Mike Muscala, and it's Delaney in at the 1 spot. Here's Bellinelli. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Out left to the wing. Outside Curry. Clock at 6. And it's blocked. Prince outside. Feeds it to Bellinelli. And Muscala kicks to Delaney. Good D by Barnes. Mavericks trail by 10. Shoots from 12. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Delaney. 8 points for him. Now Bellinelli. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Finney Smith, guarded by Prince. Mejri, the pass to Farrell. There's the pick. Curry with a wide open look. Here's Barnes. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
The determination from Barnes. He never gives up on the offensive glass.
Prince kicks to Delaney. Kept alive.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
Barnes passes to Farrell. Back to Barnes. Over Collins. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Barnes.
They need to keep getting the ball to Barnes. When he's got the hot hand, he's a very difficult player to slow down.
Collins against Barnes. They set the pick. Collins a screen on Barnes. Delaney kicks to Collins. Lays it up and banks it in. Collins has got 6.
No one rotating over to help on the mismatch. Easy lay-in.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Barnes outside. And Curry has it in the corner. Sinks the triple. He's got 7.
I can't understand in the midst of a game you leave an elite shooter this wide open.
Delaney kicks to Collins. Pass to Delaney. Fires the 3. No good. His 5th missed shot from the field. He's made 3. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. They set the pick. Farrell kicks to Finney Smith. Now the dish to Barnes. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Now, Smitty, you look at Coach Bud, Mike Budenholzer of the Hawks. You got to love the equal opportunity offensive style he employs.
Yes, right out of the San Antonio Spurs playbook, a lot of passing. They talk about we want to get a great shot, not a good shot. Unselfish basketball.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Nerlens Noel checks in for Mejri. Nowitzki comes in for Barnes. Wesley Matthews checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Smith subbed in for Curry. The Hawks have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
Here's Farrell. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Schroeder against Smith. Noel, a screen on Schroeder. The drive by Smith.
And Dennis Smith Jr., the 9th overall pick in this year's draft, but voted by his fellow rookies as the favorite to win Rookie of the Year. The Mavericks giving him every opportunity as their point guard of the future.
And the explosive, athletic nature of Smith's game, really exciting. Just a guy at the point with a ton of upside.
Delaney, the pass to Schroeder. They set the pick. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
And Dennis Smith, guys, get this, measured a 48-inch vertical, which would tie him for the best in NBA history. He's a perfect fit for the Mavericks, who were in desperate need of some star power and athleticism.
Shot from free throw range, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Smith's got 5 points so far.
How about that quick trigger in terms of the release of that shot there by Smith, always looking to get it going from the mid-range.
Hits it from three-point range.
I mean, just a good shooter, taking what the defense allows. Finds some space out beyond the arc.
And the Mavericks call time here. And pretty much every NBA player grew up playing multiple sports. Smitty, which other sports did you play as a kid growing up? And did you think maybe that would have helped you playing basketball later on?
You know, Kevin, I tried football, and it definitely helped me in basketball because I said, no, this is not for me. So let me put all my emphasis in basketball. Taking those hits, I just wasn't built for that. And after that, I ran cross country because you had to do two sports in my high school to be able to play one. I didn't like that either, but I think cross country really helped me with basketball.
But I can see where a lot of other sports could help with footwork and hand-eye coordination and right on down the line.
Yeah, soccer I think is number one. I watched Tony Parker, the way his movement, playing soccer. My son right now is playing soccer, Hakeem Olajuwon. I think that's the sport that coincides the best with basketball.
I would agree. Ilyasova, a screen on Matthews. Here's Bazemore. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Bazemore's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks. Here's Farrell. There's a screen by Noel. High arcing shot, and Nowitzki wide open. He fires another three for Dallas.
And Nowitzki is one of the deadliest shooters of all time. Every time he lets it go from deep, you just get the feeling it's going in.
And here's Bazemore. He's got 7. Here's Dedmon, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And the Hawks lead by 9. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. There's a screen by Noel. Farrell kicks to Smith. Another three for Dallas.
Big difference from the first quarter to the second. His shot looks completely in rhythm now.
Schroeder dishes to Dedmon. Passes it to Delaney. Schroeder against Smith. Ilyasova sets a screen for Schroeder. And the shot goes in. Schroeder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Nice recognition by Schroeder. Loving the mid-range. Just taking what the defense allows.
There's a screen by Noel. Launches a three. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Dirk Nowitzki.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Ilyasova a screen. Jumper off the screen. Again, the Hawks score.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Nowitzki with the screen on Schroeder. Here's Smith. Rebounded by the Hawks. They've led by as much as 10.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Schroeder kicks to Delaney. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. And it's a 9-point Atlanta lead.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Smith left side. Out left to the wing. Ilyasova against Nowitzki. Over Ilyasova. Again, the miss by Nowitzki.
Right idea, but just too much heat on him defensively, even with the fadeaway.
Here's Bazemore, And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Mavericks trail by 9. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Mavericks.
Absolutely just gorging themselves with these mid-range jumpers. Not always a high-yield strategy, but that's the shot the defense has been yielding, and they have made them pay.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Farrell. Ilyasova a screen. Bazemore for 3. Offensive rebound. And the bucket counts. Three-point chance here.
Oh, he's heating up here now in the second quarter. Watch out.
For Atlanta, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. And that one misses. For the Mavericks, 16 consecutive years of 500 basketball or better. Coming to an end last season, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, it was the beginning of a rebuild. The first time in a long time for the Mavs. And they waived some of their veterans to free up space and court time to further develop those young players. And with how competitive this organization is, you know they'll do everything they can to get back in contention to try to send Dirk out on a high note.
Ilyasova, no one around him. The shot's good on the assist by SCHRODER. SCHRODER's got 3 assists in the game. Barea with it. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Bazemore passes to SCHRODER. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
You know, it's not easy to keep up with SCHRODER. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And Dennis SCHRODER out of Germany handed the keys as the full-time starter at the point guard in his 4th season.
And with his confidence and competitive spirit, you know he was chomping at the bit for that opportunity. And you got to love his athleticism coupled with that big play capability. It's just exciting to see how good this young man can become.
Shot clock at 5. Matthews left side. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Here's Bazemore. 7 points in the game. 1:14 left in the second quarter. Here's Dedmon. The feed to SCHRODER. 5 on the clock. Here's the teardrop. Left side Curry. Rebound by the Hawks. Dedmon's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
To the inside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. I'm not sure, Greg, there's a player who better fits the description of a grinder than Wes Matthews.
Yeah, so tough, too. I mean, mentally and physically. He talks about inflicting his personality on the team, and he truly is what I'd call a culture builder.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Mejri comes in for Nerlens Noel, and it's Barnes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Muscala, Matthews with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 12. Outside Curry. Takes the 3. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more. 17 seconds left in the first half of the game. SCHRODER against Barea. Prince, right side. That will count. Got it!
Yes, indeed.
He got it! Atlanta leading by 12. Matthews and Barnes, they're the wings. Dirk is the 4, with Noel manning the middle. And it's Smith in at the point. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. They double him with Nowitzki. Clock at 6. From deep, Prince hits it from three-point range. Prince has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Hawks. Schroeder against Smith. Dishes it to Barnes. Nowitzki sets a screen for Barnes. But they'll get another chance. Nowitzki a screen. Here's Matthews. Unable to get that one. So the Hawks will take it the other way.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Prince. Good on the shot. Prince has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Attacking on the interior, I like that attitude.
Smith against Schroeder. Smith kicks to Barnes. Barnes with another miss.
Really, a lack of focus coming out of the break. So far, they are 0 for 3.
Schroeder dishes to Ilyasova. He's off from 17 feet. Mavericks trail by 17. Smith outside. Kicks it to Noel. Nowitzki a screen. Barnes outside. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Noel's got his second basket of the game. Ilyasova a screen. Ilyasova sets a screen for Prince. No good with the triple. For Dallas, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Here's Nowitzki. Makes it off the glass. Nowitzki's got 10 points.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Muscala, the pass to Schroeder, and stolen by Noel. Smith against Schroeder. Smith kicks to Matthews. Back to Smith. Shot clock at 6. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And it's in there. Schroeder's got 19 points.
The defense collapsed on him, but Schroeder found the right angle.
And the Mavericks call time here. Well, Smitty, we're in an era where there are just a handful of absolutely unreal scorers in the league. But if you had to pick one who makes it look the easiest or the best, who's your pick?
You're right. You have so many guys, Harden, Durant, Westbrook. But the one guy I think it makes it look the easiest, I would probably have to say Klay Thompson, because he doesn't need anything but to catch and shoot. And he's getting not just 20s and 30s, but he can go off for 60, 50s and 60s. That's the guy that makes it look the easiest.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Mavericks with the rebound.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Ilyasova sets a screen for Prince. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Yogi Ferrell's checked in for the Mavericks. For Atlanta, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. Now, here is Smith. He's got 11. He feeds it to Barnes. There's a screen by Noel. Here's Smith. No good off the back of the rim.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Took him no time at all on that one. 14 points for Prince.
So much sharper, so much more efficient with his shot this half. Just taking what the defense allows.
Right wing. Now Smith. A floater. Dedmon with the block.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass. Give someone else a chance.
And Bazemore kicks to Prince. SCHRODER outside. Ilyasova a screen. Ilyasova sets a screen for Prince. Up and in on the layup. Prince has got 12 points in just the second half.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Noel passes to Farrell. Shot to stop the run. That's tipped. Now here's SCHRODER. Tight defense on him. He dishes it to Prince. Over Barnes. It's rebounded by Dallas. Nowitzki's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
And I just love how Smith is ready to shoot as soon as he gets the ball, measuring the shot as the pass is en route.
And Bazemore kicks to Prince. Ilyasova a screen. Bazemore for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Noel's got 5 rebounds tonight. In the corner, Smith with it. Screen by Smith. Here's Barnes. Doesn't go for him. Prince with the defensive effort.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
And he gets it to go.
Very quick into his pull-up. SCHRODER doesn't leave the defender any time to recover.
Dallas calls timeout. And the shooter Ilyasova played the first 7 seasons of his career with the Milwaukee Bucks, but he's had to keep his bags packed over the last couple seasons.
Yeah, just in the last 2 seasons, Detroit, Orlando, Oklahoma City, Philadelphia, and Atlanta. In the summer, he signed a new free agent deal. I'm sure he's looking forward to having a stable address for a little while. The wheels have come off a little bit leading up to this timeout. He is taking some low percentage shots, and it's killing the flow of their offense. More motion, more ball movement, that should lead to better looks for him and for the entire team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Measury, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Seth Curry in for Smith.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Delaney, the pass to Dedmon. There's the pick. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. It's good. Collins has got 8 points.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Stolen away. Here's Bazemore. Softly drops in the floater. 9 points in the game so far.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Here's Farrell. Here's Finney-Smith. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for 1 more here.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas. Barea comes in for Yogi Ferrell.
The Atlanta Hawks, a defensive powerhouse. Top 7 for the last 3 seasons. Give the coaching staff a lot of credit. The roster may change, but they remain a disciplined group.
Mavericks trailed by 18. The drive by Barnes. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And you hear the coach Mike Budenholzer dedicates about 90% of his practice time to defense.
Yeah, a lot of ask of these players athletically, especially on the defensive end. He preaches that they have to cover a lot of ground with that scrambling, trapping style of defense.
And for the Mavericks, clearly the rebuild, Greg, has begun.
Yeah, but they made good use of their picks. They brought in more youth and signed their building blocks. Franchise isn't used to rebuilding, but they are approaching it, I think, the right way.
Here's Bazemore. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Outside Curry. The pass to Barnes. Barnes sets a screen for Curry. Lots of room. Bazemore grabs the miss.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And Bellinelli kicks it to Bazemore. Lets it go with a three. Bangs home the trifecta. Bazemore's got 14 points.
Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid.
Barea kicks to Finney Smith. There's a good screen. Pass to Nowitzki. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Collins. And it's Nowitzki missing.
Boy, he loves that mid-range jumper. Just fails to create enough room to operate.
Delaney, the pass to Dedmon. Over Nowitzki. Dedmon's shot is off. Mavericks trailed by 21. And the foul called on Malcolm Delaney. That's his first foul. Wesley Matthews checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And a change for the Hawks. Mike Muscala is checked in for Collins. And here's Barea, looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Matthews. Nowitzki kicks to Barnes. Over Muscala. Again the miss by the Mavericks. The Hawks leading by 21. Feeds to Bellinelli. Down low. Shots good by Dedmon. He's got 10.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Nowitzki a screen. We've got 1:28 left in the third. They set the screen. Back to Curry. They need this one. Dedmon with the block. Here's Delaney, guarded by Barea. Now Bellinelli. Inside, 11 feet away. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Muscala's got his second bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now here's Barea. Defense is right there. Oh, that's blocked.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Delaney, guarded by Barea. Delaney, the pass to Dedmon. Back to Delaney, 11 feet away. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. There's a good screen. Barnes sets a screen for Matthews. Here's Nowitzki. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got 8 rebounds in this game. To the paint. Here's Bellinelli. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Here's Barea. Well, you always hear about a player working extra hard in the offseason when they're approaching free agency, or how much truth is there to the idea, Steve, of a player doing more in a contract year, trying harder?
Well, you hear it. I mean, you hear teammates, you hear guys, competitors, you hear us analysts saying, you know when there's a contract year for a lot of guys, and you look at a guy putting in a little bit more effort. I think the guy that you respect the most is when they play the same way all the time, whether it's a contract year or the first year. But a lot of guys do ramp it up and make more shots when it's a contract year.
But that's human nature, don't you think? I mean, if you know there's a prize at the end, the harder you work. If there's a big test at the end of the week, you study harder. I mean, I would just think that's just human nature.
It is, and I think for instance, the teams and general managers, you have to do your homework to understand the type of player that you're paying for a long time.
All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Bellinelli. Luke Babbitt is out there with Bember. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Dorsey in at the point. Dallas has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Matthews dishes to Curry. Right side Matthews. Lets it go with the three. And the three ball is good.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks in their last game, a loss to the Hornets in Charlotte. Hawks passing it around. Dorsey. The Hawks again can't hit.
You know, he was looking for revenge, trying to match shots from distance.
A nice shot by Barea.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Dorsey kicks to Babbitt. Here's the screen. Dorsey passes to Bembry. Clock at 6. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Steve, so let me ask you this. Do players consciously think about, I need a couple free throws, I need a couple of layups, I got to get a couple of shots per quarter? I mean, do they try to plot and plan an individual quarter like that and how they're going to score in different ways?
You're totally right, Kevin. The reason why is because as a 2-guard back in the day, if I could get to that free throw line and put a foul on a guy that's guarding me, that loosens up his defensive mentality. He's not as aggressive. And then now I know when I get to the bonus, I can drive it. He's either going to let me go or I can create contact and get to that line. You want to score easy, and that's how most scorers do. They really score easy. We just kind of applaud them when they're knocking down threes and big shots.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Prince kicks it over to Schroeder. Ilyasova, screen on Barea. Pass to Prince. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Farrell's checked in. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Atlanta.
And the Mavericks looking to go young now around Nowitzki. Unsurprisingly, they've already found some intriguing young prospects.
He used that pick to get in close.
And even if you get a hand up, Smith knows how to finish. When he's in the post, he is dangerous.
Schroeder kicks to Prince. Schroeder against Smith. Bazemore on the wing. Picked away. Fast break Dallas. Here's Farrell. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And for the Mavericks, you look at their young guys, a lot of athleticism, and Greg, an upside already on the roster.
And Mavs fans have to be pleased with what they've done so far. I mean, especially with the selection of Dennis Smith in the draft, who can be a special player at that point guard position. They're making smart moves to kind of revamp this roster.
Muscala dishes to Schroeder. And stolen by Nowitzki. Matthews with it. Pass to Farrell. He kicks to Smith. The dish now to Noel. Clock at 4. Farrell, that's a 2-pointer, kept alive. A second chance effort, and no problem from Noel as he finishes at the rim.
He is really shouldering the load on the offensive end and doing an outstanding job, but he needs the rest of his team to step up.
The feed to Schroeder. Now here's Bazemore. Fires the 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Nowitzki's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
He started off solid, had 2 threes at halftime, but blanked from deep since. I'll tell you, even though he's a question mark from range, you still have to defend him.
There's the pick. Ilyasova, screen on Smith. Dishes it to Ilyasova. Now here's Bazemore. He's tightly guarded. Lets the 3 fly. And there's Ilyasova on the assist by Bazemore. And the Hawks lead by 15. Dallas has gotten in the groove from 3-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Nowitzki a screen. A shot by Smith. Goes back up. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And the Hawks known for their equal opportunity drive and kick offensive style. But Greg, their three-point shooting percentage has cratered the last few seasons.
Yeah, and the way the league is going, that's something they'll have to fix. The free throw line, also an issue for this group. It's clear they're in search of more shooting.
Count that one.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
There's a screen by Noel. Nowitzki outside. On the wing, Barnes. Over Prince. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Hawks leading by 15. Here's Bazemore from past the arc. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
There's a screen by Noel. And Matthews kicks to Smith. It's Nowitzki, top of the key. Now here's Matthews. He's covered by Bazemore. Matthews, no good. The Hawks have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. And here's Prince outside. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Nowitzki with the screen on Schroeder. Nice shot by Smith.
Sending shockwaves now. That's his 3rd triple of this half. 4th of the game.
Kicks to Ilyasova. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Schroeder with the tip. It's good on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 17.
You have to box him out or he's going to beat you to the glass on both sides of the floor.
There's a screen by Noel. Here's Nowitzki. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Nowitzki's got 4 points in the quarter.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Here's Bazemore. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Smith the pass to Barnes. From deep three-point range, but they get it back. Here's Noel. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
And Bazemore kicks to Prince. He feeds it to Schroeder. Can't hit that one. Excellent defense there from Smith. Mavericks trail by 14. Matthews with it. Guarded now by Prince. Now here is Smith. Defense is right there.
I love how hard Smith goes to the rim. Just remarkable at driving to the rack and taking the contact.
And Nerlens Noel out of Kentucky, slender and mobile and long. And Craig, he can cover ground in a hurry.
Boy, and you can see it in his rate of steals to go along with the blocks. That quickness is a huge asset in today's game. It's all about versatility, both offensively and defensively.
Schroeder dishes to Ilyasova. Ilyasova sets a screen for Prince. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. And the first one at the line is good.
And the Hawks in the last couple seasons with some roster turnover, established veterans departing, and now with Millsap leaving, they have embraced a complete rebuild.
Atlanta leading by 14. Schroeder outside. There's a good screen. And here's Bazemore. SCHRODER outside. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet. And the Hawks traded Howard and lost Paul Millsap in short time. So the rebuild, it would appear, is on for Atlanta.
Yeah, and it seems like that they feel good with how they've approached it. You know, you got to commit to turning things over and starting anew. And the Hawks have taken the first steps to building towards the future.
And here are the Mavericks now. It's a 16-point game. And Matthews kicks to Smith. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Smith isn't afraid of getting hit on the way up, constantly getting into the guts of the D and forcing the issue.
Both free throws good from Smith. The Hawks leading by 14. And Bazemore kicks it over to SCHRODER. The pass to Bazemore. Ilyasova dishes to SCHRODER. Ilyasova, a screen on Smith. 6 to shoot. Nowitzki against Ilyasova. No good with the elbow jumper. Maverick shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Nowitzki a screen. Smith the pass to Nowitzki. To the paint. It will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Matthews. 1:37 left to play in the final quarter. And Bazemore kicks it over to SCHRODER. Ilyasova a screen. Ilyasova a screen on Smith. SCHRODER. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. SCHRODER's got 25 points in the game.
And with SCHRODER's ability to shoot and drive, he commands the attention of the entire defense.
Smith with it, now guarded by SCHRODER. And it's Nowitzki missing.
I'll tell you, the defense dodging a bullet right there. That's his shot.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Atlanta.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Dennis SCHRODER.
You know, the story of this game was his offensive production. It didn't matter what the defense threw at him. He just found ways to counter and led his team.
He dishes it to Prince. Pass to Dedmon. Shot clock at 6. Bazemore with it. Now guarded by Noel. Bazemore misses. SCHRODER against Smith. Here's the floater. The kick out to Barnes. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one.